So any kind of overcast or fog, like you're saying, that'd be good. They're not efficient.
No, they are not efficient. See, I wrote down, I was reading notes that I wrote when I went to a couple of meetings. And I've actually dealt with contracts with solar.
Mark my word.
And they all lie, because this was a different company.
End up jamming this down after 10 or 20 years from now. Something terrible to happen. And those are responsible.
Yeah, but Mark's about my age.
Says they can override and do what they want.
Oh, I
They
know.
give a recommendation once, they can send it back. Recommendation twice, well, they don't see what we do, what they're doing anyway.
And there were three, I brought my newspaper because there were 3 good letters to the editor this week. And I thought those are well-respected people that wrote.
Those were
Sheldon.
well-written.
I just love Sheldon. And of course
And his was good too.
Oh, yeah, they were really excellent. And I thought, guys, it's like, we're going to do this and can't stop.
You know, when this all started up in 23, because they sent that letter in 23, November, I think. I started the letter in 22, November 22. And I started tracking the Holton Recorder from April 23 to April 24. I had like 29 articles, all against solar.
Oh, I
And
have.
I cut articles out. You know, I didn't find a single article that said, yeah, we got to have solar in Cook County. Yeah, that's the way they go. Not
Well,
one
see, there's
article in a year.
basically 2 things going on. First of all, it's one, the Breeze family and a lot of that land. Okay, and then the other side is the Native Americans have land that's in U.S. government trust.
I don't think they want that.
And so you don't think they don't seem to be speaking up.
They don't ever talk about any subject.
Yeah.
I worked for Kate. We did right-of-way acquisitions and stuff. They were just kind of zipper. They didn't want to talk to you.
So, but it's in the trust, so, you know, it would be government, it's government land, more or less, so they'll just say, well, yeah, we want some. So, it's,
Yeah. I talked to Don Breeze at one of the planning commission meetings when I was still on, and that was probably back in July. And he came forward to talk to me after we adjourned the meeting. Or no, it's before we started the meeting. And he says, he was giving me kind of a couple of talking points, you know. And I just stopped. I said, Don, stop. I said, if we get a hailstorm through that area and all that toxic minerals goes down on your ground,
And
you
into the
realize
water.
you realize your ground is worthless. You're going to be handing something to your kids that's worthless. And was telling them that you don't even own your own ground. NextEra owns it. It's in the contract.
oh, yeah, oh, yeah. I see, and the problem is, understand this. I don't think that's so.
Just want you guys to review our level 4 requirements for our tier process. You know, we're talking about doing something new with having some lead folks.
Yep.
So if there's anything you guys want to add in there, be more,
Okay.
a little more firm about, you know, what expectations are. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this
Description of what a lead person would be. So we can read this at our leisure.
Just mark it up. for
Yep.
anything you want to add. That's all I got.
All right. Thanks, Scott. Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Where's JaCo?
And so you told them to do so.
Look at this one to make sure that is, I think this is the right one before I have them sign it.
Yeah, it has a non-appropriation fund separately too, so that's good.
That one's it, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. We do need to attach that to it. It doesn't have to be attachment, does it? Yes, I think it's close to it. I need it now, just attach it, just not send it to you. That's the attachment, I should say on both sides. Make sure that it's attached, or else we'll get confused.
Did you read this one?
Thank you. Let's put stuff together.
So,
Eagleview.
yeah, Eagleview, they went to a new cloud service. It's not gonna cost us any more money, but they have to do some new contract signing because it's changed a little bit.
Okay.
Does not affect, cost or anything. It's all.
Doesn't affect cost or service?
I mean, service, yes, because now they're going to kind of cloud.
To cloud-based, yeah.
versus-
But not as far as just what they're gonna do for us in general?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I got a lot.
Do you? Oh, it's. Sounds like music playing. But it's, the copier's just growing.
You're saying you can do this?
Hey.
Wasn't nice. What's a good sign then?
Yeah, I'm healed.
Can I give you the right one?
Yeah, I'm just reading.
Gee, are these theirs?
Yes.
Trade. All right, where do you want to start?
Where do you want to start?
Yeah, we can start with the appointment of these board members. So we have six. None of these. None of these are. Oh.
Yeah, Terry. Terry was reappointed.
Okay. And then Richard Blake. Vicky,
Yeah.
all three of them. You're wanting us, didn't we already do that though in 24? Okay, so you just need the signature, not act.
Yeah, this is yearly. You get this every January showing these are the board members and their terms. Or,
I thought you were wanting action on something,
no, no.
just a signature. Okay, signature only. And we have, oh, does have your name. I was just making sure. Yeah.
Can I have a copy of the minutes? Just so I have the names.
Okay, resolution 2025 dash,
That will
resolution
be number 6.
6. You want to explain, some explanation to this resolution? That you need, I mean, you want to go into why it was 5-1 and it's anything on it?
Bob Phillips proposed,
Okay.
he wanted more information from KDOT as to what they're gonna do on the highway. The other member stuff, that's too far down the road to pull that up for that many times.
And this, just to refresh everybody's memory of what this was for.
This was, up there at K9 and US 75, a year or two ago. And
Where the propane tank was up there.
And there was a rezoning from, it had been I-1, they changed it back to A1, and then it went back to I-1 because he's wanting to do storage units and
Yeah.
billboards and all that. So he had called and there was a purchase agreement for that property if the zoning went through, that he's gonna buy everything north of this property behind there. So Austin Hammond came in to rezone it so he could sell it to Greg Pickert.
And so it was voted to go from A1 to I1. And again, what was he putting on
Storage units,
there? And
billboard, if it's approved by,
so is that consistent? Because I don't think that's been consistent with storage facilities is going as high as I1. They would go to,
B, 3 or 4.
right, so why the higher?
He must be able to do billboards as well.
And KDOT's gonna allow that? Because KDOT has
If they allow that close of proximity to the other billboard,
because I know
like 300 feet or something like
Pro-
that.
properties can't be specifically
Zoned,
zoned
not
for
spot
building.
zoning, right.
Right. And so I know that there have been other facilities that were put in that were not I-1, they were residential friendly, and that prevented them from doing that. So I'm just wondering why there's not consistency.
I think he's just wanting to expand his storage units possibly into that area and just wanted to stay consistent with the zoning.
But the zoning for storage units is not I-1,
I know.
so that's not consistent. Right?
Initially, when that rezoning happened, he wanted to be able to do a billboard there.
But we
and-
don't,
And other, I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Was this explained to the zoning?
It was just that he is zoned I-1 and he just wants to expand it there. I mean, that,
Again, just it doesn't seem consistent. So, I'll let these guys look at it and we'll go from there. It appears to me that we're going a higher zoning just so we can put billboards up.
so there is that option, I guess. If
But we
you-
don't do spot zoning. So,
KDOT doesn't do spot zoning,
right,
right?
we don't rezone property just so somebody can put a billboard on it.
We don't have stipulations saying that we don't do spot zoning.
Okay.
So,
point taken.
I mean, that, there is that. KDOT does not allow that, so he would have to go through KDOT to, they're gonna determine if that's spot zoning or not.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
right,
We do not have the spot zoning requirement.
okay. You guys can read it, and then I'll entertain a motion to approve it.
Were there any objections noted in the meeting other than Bob?
No, it was just about the KDOT, highway expansion.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 2025-06.
Second.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Okay. Sorry.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. What do you want to do next? This sheet that you gave us, or the minutes?
Minutes is gonna explain all the zoning and the feedback form, and people can sign up on the website to get notifications on meetings. And I had a question about work sessions, and do I need to keep extensive minutes like I keep?
No,
Okay.
but they're, you know, they're restricted as to not being able to do anything. You
Other
have
than
a
that.
copy, yeah. You can say, you know, we had 6 o'clock with your new tax. Adjourn that, that's.
And that's all I need to do. Okay.
You guys want to take a few minutes and read these so you have a
Yes.
better understanding, or would you want to have Kate give you that?
Starting it on. both from Kate and Todd. A work session, you can discuss anything in a work session that you want to, but a work session just means that you cannot take action on anything during that work session.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so you discuss, I see that Ben had clarified other business will not be discussed. You can discuss anything you want to in a work session. But you just cannot take action on anything at all other than, you know, adjourning the meeting at that work session, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I'd have to, I want to refresh myself on that one, but I think you're generally correct. As long as no action is taken, and it's open.
Yes.
Okay. Those are the two things that I would want.
Because like I said, you can discuss whatever you want to, it just cannot, nothing can be acted on. You can't make any motions other than to adjourn the meeting. So,
You have anything else, Mark?
what was the big kerfuffle on the cemetery? I saw a couple letters to the editor and everything. What was the discussion on that? Was there, I mean, I thought that was pretty much a ironed out deal.
Well, it was never finalized, right? So
Right.
there were just bits and pieces. So that was an open issue. So they decided to do a work session on getting that all wrapped up.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Well, I mean, from like the general public, it seemed like there was an outcry over this. I was curious what was going on there.
I'm just saying that there was probably, those letters were, they didn't think that they were being heard. Right?
So-
So,
Okay.
Are you familiar with, one of the letters quoted, Kansas law already dictates what can be done in private cemeteries. I'm not familiar with that, but last I knew, we were the ones who determined our zoning regulations when it came to cemeteries. Are you familiar with any?
Well,
So
I mean,
there's-
maybe an overstatement of saying that, you know, disposition of bodies are definitely within state law, meaning if you, and I think that's what the statute I recall reading was essentially, if you involve anything other than your property, meaning that somebody dies and you go to the hospital or the ambulance picks them up, or as soon as they leave the property, basically, it attaches that they have to have, you know, the
We're
license.
well within our rights to determine the length and width and
Yeah.
offset and how far from water systems
Yeah.
and any of those types of
Yeah,
things.
you have the right to regulate where bodies are buried after they have been, I guess, embalmed and treated appropriately.
According to the state
According to
statute.
state statute.
Yeah.
And-
Okay.
And we can't, and there's probably a good argument, we could stop them in some respects of burying people, but we can't put reasonable regulations on where they do it, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it says here, Mark, in Kansas, a work session does not require a formal agenda and no binding action be taken during it.
Yeah.
But the key requirements is the meeting must be open to the public to assemble following public,
Yeah. Yeah.
what I've written.
That was what my understanding was on the work session, so. Okay.
That help?
does it help me?
Yes. If you had any questions.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we've read the minutes. Is there anything else in there that?
No, so just that feedback form, so,
Yeah.
had any questions on that?
I don't, that's really up to that body to determine how they want to approach this. However they feel like they can get the best information is up to them. That's my opinion.
We updated our page to include that document so people can print it off and email it back to me. I've already received a couple, so.
Perfect.
That's it.
The other one is just instructions on how to sign up for the notifications.
Yep. Anything else for Kate? What
Can't
else?
think of
Do you have anything else? Okay. Very good.
Did you guys approve the Eagleview contract by motion?
No, we have not, thank you. I think, Mark, you still have it down there?
No, I don't think I had.
Let me look through the papers.
that it, Mary Ann?
That's it.
I have it. I'll entertain a motion to approve the amendment in the contract for Eagleview.
You can take this.
So moved.
So, after, I second it, whatever.
I'll second.
Moved, seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. I'll just need to sign. Okay.
I'll just get a copy of mine, you guys sign it. Rest of you.
I'm gonna sign it right now. and get it
Okay.
back with you.
That'll work.
Well, let me, I will get it back up to you.
Okay, today, would be
Yeah.
good? Okay, so I can get it back to them. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Keith.
Thanks, Kit. Okay, Todd, you have some information on the minimum maintenance
Yeah.
resolution?
I guess I'm wondering if I understand correctly, you guys had a resolution that set the meeting for the 6th when you got it closed up, is that right? Hey. Yeah, you'd have to have another resolution and set another public hearing.
Okay.
So, the statute didn't say how long it had to be until you did that, but I suggested 14 days after publication, you
Okay.
publish it and then make sure it's more than 2 weeks from now.
And that's for putting up signs, correct?
Well, or designating, you're actually physically designating those as
Okay.
minimum maintenance roads, and then I think the idea is that within 10 days, signs should be posted.
Okay, so do I want to publish this or the hearing date here? That's where my confusion is.
Yeah, that's the, I want to do here,
Hearing date
yeah. See, it's-
here. Next Tuesday.
it says, you will cause to be published once in official county paper. The hearing will be held at such determination of time and place such hearing specified. So you can say, county commission chambers. 10 o'clock, okay.
So we're going to sign this today and we'll have this published.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's what I wasn't sure.
okay, cool beans. I thought you already had one.
Well, I did, and then we made a bunch of changes and we should make up.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a different resolution.
Keep that.
Okay.
That's gonna go with this one. I just had to make a change on the front sheet.
So when's the public hearing gonna be?
21st.
21st of January?
Yeah. Get it when people come here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll hang on to that. That goes back. That'll just go, what is that match? Hang on. Back. Was that? Okay. Take that back. Go ahead, sorry.
That was it for that part, so we're gonna go to the other stuff we're ready to talk about.
Yeah.
I got a communication from Mike Clark, who's a court services officer. Apparently he's in charge of his general for county fund. You guys familiar with, I assume you guys said that.
Say that louder.
It's called the General For County Fund that is managed for the courts by the 4 counties together, Jefferson, Wabunsee, us, and
For
Pop County.
For adult community adult community corrections upstairs,
No, probation. He's talking probation.
you're talking
Correct?
probation.
I think,
Okay.
well, it
I
just
think
says,
you're talking probation.
he's the Chief Court Services Officer. of
This
Second
would be
Judicial District.
funds that come in from the state, and he manages those for all 4 counties?
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, what the issue is that they have expenses for that, for all the counties, that apparently they can't get any more through, well, essentially, he wants to create in some way a charge card, purchasing card bank, so it's like a credit card apparently, that is one of two things, either it's tied to each individual county, meaning there's like 4 cards, and the person here who's under him charges something, then the charge goes to your part of that, and then you guys track it that way. Or you authorize, all of us together authorize, I guess the 4 counties do, one purchasing card that goes to that fund, and then there's some kind of county measure that keeps track of county by county.
And who did
Okay,
that?
but we don't pay that bill. That's money they
That's
have.
paid by the state of Kansas.
So then we would just need to get receipts to them.
Well, that's what, you know, this is more like, I don't know what to do, anything from him, just saying, I don't have a way to pay this.
Why wouldn't court services give him the card, not the county?
Be the state, not the county.
Well, I don't, it doesn't sound like, maybe it's, yeah, I'm not sure how that money flows, because he's talking about the second judicial district, which,
Would somebody from court services up there?
You sure it's not the adult
It's not Aaron.
corrections?
No, I'm pretty sure Mike Clark is probation. I think he's
Okay.
on the 210 side.
Who runs their probation? What's her, Galax theirs?
Joe,
Yeah, do you think she can explain it to us?
she might be able to.
I mean, give us additional information.
Yeah, I'd like to get some more information on this, because
Because that's all state, that's not county.
Yeah, maybe she could, you want to see if she's available and come down?
now that's strange, because you're right, if it's a state thing, it's by the district, the judicial district, which is in 4 counties, but,
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking for.
I'm not in favor of creating 4 cards or 1 card, because
I think it's county.
You don't think you guys have the.
I don't
authority?
think a non-county employee should have a county credit card.
I'll get
So
those.
we'll get some more
This-
information.
Yeah, obviously.
Try to figure it out.
There was some back and forth about the letter from some of the other county attorneys, it was just questions,
Yeah.
so, I don't know. We'll have to do more looking at that, that's just
Okay.
a FYI. Trying to think of something else, tax foreclosure has been filed. Probably notices will go out, it's down to like 18 to 20 properties, so it's not gonna be a earth-shattering
This is
event, I
Christine,
don't
sorry.
think.
It
So,
was already in the court filings in the paper
okay,
last week.
all right. Well, just so you know, that's been done, and that'll track with its procedure and go from there.
Then generally on those, after they've had a court filing, do you see more people come in and pay?
Sometimes.
Okay. After it's really become.
Which, how long do they have to appeal to the court now?
Well, I mean, appeal, you're talking about, there's a period of time for redemption and a period of time.
Thank you.
Right.
Which means redemption needs payment.
Right, but you filed it, but isn't there a time where they could actually come in front of a judge and say, my taxes aren't paid because there's no time in there?
No, I mean, basically, I don't think there's a time where they can come in and contest the legality of the taxes. They can say, I'm gonna pay them, or I paid them, or, you know, but I said redeem, that means that somebody comes in and basically pays it off. But I don't think the validity of the tax is ever something they can do, so.
So there's not still another timeline in here?
Yeah, there is a time,
Okay,
because what we're doing really is it's a foreclosure sale.
right,
So you're setting a time period when they have to come before the court and issue any defenses, they have to, which are
right,
limited.
that's what I'm talking about, okay.
And that's the same, that corresponds, I think, with the redemption period too. I mean, if they pay it off, it kind of goes away because they pay their taxes and they pay the fees and costs of the filing and all that. So they can clean it off, and sometimes your banks will come in and do that if they
Right.
so inclined, but then we get to a point where those deadlines pass. The judge will say it's gonna be sale, and courthouse step sale, all that jazz at that time. And then that'll be done. So they do have a chance to kind of pull it back.
Okay.
So, but that'll become more outlined.
Okay.
Other than that, it's been a while, but I think you got anything hot, heavy to deal with.
So do you have any idea when you think the tax sale will happen?
Offhand, I don't, I gotta get my deadlines down too, because there's publication, that always makes it
Right.
a bit variable, so.
Okay.
Did you-
No, it's nowhere around right now.
I'm gonna copy that.
Okay, if you don't have anything else, we'll move on. Are you Danielle?
No, well, Daniel is my husband, and he
Daniel
can't
is your
be
husband.
here. So
Okay.
he asked me to bring the papers for him.
Your last name was Molly?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and spawn up and
Okay.
just let, if you would, just state your name so
Lisa.
we know who you're.
Lisa McCauley.
Okay, you can sit down.
I don't know much about it.
That's okay.
He just said bring all the papers
Okay, so you're here,
instead of him, because he couldn't come.
the reason? Let the-
For, well, I can sign his
Right.
letter.
I don't know that you need to go through all the
Okay.
details of that. You're here because a relative of your husband's is in jail.
Yes, correct, and the conditions of the jail and
Okay.
issues that has been going there, yeah.
Right. And so, I mean, this board has nothing to do with corrections or Tim. Sheriff Morris is an elected official, so really, I mean, we don't control any of the things that go on out there because he is an elected official.
Okay.
So, you know, Todd, I don't know, you tell me,
Well,
if you have a complaint, what?
You guys don't start an investigation or
We
anything
don't-
like that?
we don't
like
do
in
anything,
Nebraska, that's
no.
what they
yeah, I don't
do.
think we have
But-
authority to, well, I
Even if
think,
they
I
are-
think this involved county funds in any particular way.
It does, so, you know, all the county funds, I mean, the sheriff has a budget, and they're used for the jail and those types of things, but, I mean, the conditions, the complaint would be filed with him.
Well, it's due to like serving the same, pretty much a bologna sandwich, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 7 days in a row. I mean, how is that?
So, I had a conversation with the sheriff, he called me to give me an update. I believe there's an issue, and again, he's telling me that they've tried to feed this individual with hot meals, and he throws them at the jailers. And there are some behavioral issues where he gets fed. He won't take his medication. I mean, again, I think Tim's been down this road with maybe your husband, and so some of those things. Somebody has come in, somebody out of Nebraska.
Yeah, probably my husband, yeah.
Okay, he's been down there, or he's had conversations with him. At the end of the day, we don't investigate those types of things. I mean, I would think it would be at the state level.
Did this complaint get served upon you guys?
No, there's no complaint been filed with anybody.
So you
Is
have
that
to
what you're
file
trying to do,
a complaint and
Is that what you're trying to do, to give a complaint to the
yeah,
commissioners?
yes. I believe that's what it is, because that's what
Okay,
he has.
yeah.
I know he just had these papers he wanted me to give you guys, that's.
Okay.
I'm
Great,
not
that's fine.
sure
Thank you.
exactly what he wants
Okay.
done, I have no idea
Thank you.
exactly. I might be saying it wrong.
That bottom one, is that the same thing?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just an article, I believe, that he had printed
This
out
is an
before.
article,
Yeah, that's,
Fox 4 Newsroom. But I believe I'll have to do some research. I don't believe this is Jackson County,
no, it's
Kansas.
not. I
This
don't
is Jackson
know.
County, Missouri.
Yeah, correct. I
It
know,
happens.
He just sent that in there.
I don't recognize any of the names there, so. knowledge, we don't perform grand jury investigations.
No, the county attorney would do that, so the county attorney, you have to talk to them if you have if you believe it violates criminal law in some aspect,
Okay.
the county attorney would be the one to see that.
I'm gonna make a copy so that our attorney can look at it. This is the main body if you will get. So do you know when sentencing will be and where he'll go?
I have no
Have you
idea.
contacted the court services?
I don't know, I'm sure he has, but I have not.
Because I think that would get him out of the county jail.
Yeah, yeah, I
Before we
I
sentence
believe
him.
it would, yeah.
Because he's already been convicted, correct?
I have no idea.
Yeah, according to the sheriff, he has.
So he's been convicted, but he hasn't been sent to any facility.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, I guess, I don't know why the courts wouldn't put their weight
Been
in
there
there.
for 3.5 years.
Yeah, that's correct.
Mhm.
What was
Sentencing?
he? What was
Odd.
he
Was
convicted?
he not just sentenced to county jail or something?
No,
No?
no, he'll go to one of the big boy, either down south, or Leavenworth.
What was the charge? You know?
I'm not gonna say, I don't know the charge to be 100%, so
All right,
I'm not
well,
gonna say. So again, I guess for this group, I mean, I appreciate the fact you came in and everything, but there's just, we're not the right reporting
Okay.
agency. I think you would go to the county attorney upstairs
And that information.
and file a complaint, or I'm not sure where else. At the state level, you would go with an issue like this.
I think you would have to go, if you're looking to go farther, it would not be this body, you would have to go upstairs to county attorney, talk to them and see if they would start an investigation or KBI or something like that. I mean, that's
Okay.
where it would
I'll
not
tell
be
him
here.
that information.
Okay,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it seems to me that the best, because I think if you talk about misuse of funds or something like that, of county money,
Then
that's
we would,
different.
yeah.
But we're not getting criminal jurisdiction over anybody. That's what we're looking for. We certainly don't have any, I guess, governmental management control over the sheriff. So that's.
Okay, I'll tell him that, because
Okay,
I'm just the messenger, I have no idea.
I appreciate that.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
I got too much stuff here.
That's a long time to get in county jail.
That's a long time. Did you come down for adult community correction?
Yeah, just a purchase order for y'all to sign off
Oh,
on.
okay, come on up.
I got plenty in my budget for it, but since I'm making,
We always like to hear that.
since I'm making changes to your county courthouse, I thought I'd let y'all.
Okay, and you've worked with Pat on this?
Yeah.
He's aware of what's
Yeah.
going on? Okay. Going to a stronger door?
Security door, so.
Security door.
Can't have people actually just walking right through into the office where we're all here. So, a little pricey, but couldn't find anybody that really knew how to do anything other than the people that did it in the first place.
Right. What did the probation,
She was not around.
what?
She wasn't at her desk and she went to court, so.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
See you later.
Thank you.
See ya.
Did you have
I
something?
got something I want to say.
Okay.
I'm gonna direct this at Mark.
Hang on, just a sec. So, Christie, we don't have anybody till 11:30, so if you would, just say your name.
Scott Strathman.
Okay?
What you got, Scott?
I got a phone call yesterday from Jackson County Sheriff's Department saying that or that you had called in and said I was harassing you.
It was more your wife than you, Scott.
I did not harass you.
It was your wife,
Okay.
okay? I did not say you.
What I was told me.
You can go out and read my statement. I said I got a call from you, and I can tell you when you got the call, at like 8:30 in the morning, 8:31, I believe it was.
So,
They wanted to know the events, and I put down the events. I got a call from you at 8:51 a.m. I missed one from you at 9:01, and you never left a voice message. I missed one from you at 8:25, and then I had 3 from your wife at 8:31, 8:27, 8:31, and 9:08. And those 3, she left a voice message, and
You know why you got those phone calls?
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I live on an FAS road that was never open for 3 fucking days.
Yeah.
Guess what? I had a neighbor that had to go to surgery.
Did you call Road and Bridge?
Yeah, guess what they told my neighbor that works for the state on C Road, that they were not gonna open the road for him to get in and out.
Yeah, that's just not true.
Bullshit.
Yeah, well.
That fucking Kieffaber has got to go, or somebody's gonna have it. Kieffaber
Is that a public threat?
No,
Back up.
Kieffaber is a mess.
You need to back up.
Kieffaber is a mess, and I am sick and tired of him lying to you guys to your face, and you believe every fucking word he says. You guys don't know shit what's going on out there.
Perfect.
Linda, I hope you can take care of this, because that has got to go.
Is the sheriff's department, did they talk to you?
Yeah,
Good. Okay.
they're gonna be talking to you, all you, and the one that's not here anymore, and I'm gonna pray to God when you guys go down.
Have a great day.
Fuck you all.
Okay. All right, moving on.
anything unusual?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I'm gonna ask the gentleman in front, were you here for solar again? or-
I'm just here with the solar.
Okay, well, I guess it probably would be fair to you to say that that has been sent on to the planning commission. So,
Yeah.
I'm assuming that we will not address,
I'm sorry.
You have the final draft, right?
Yes.
no,
I
no,
just
we're not,
wasn't for sure. I couldn't see the agenda for today, so I didn't know if there was going to be anything discussed.
apart from somebody coming directly, our tendency would be to believe that we would address it until the planning commission has a full chance to do whatever they're gonna do. Kind of until they come to us with what they've done, we really don't have much to do.
Right, the template's been set to them. They get to have the work sessions, have the hearings, have people come in, give input, all that good stuff. So that would be where any additional information that you'd want to give would be there.
Yeah, I think mechanically, if it's about that, then that's the place. If it's, we could address the pilot side of it too, but.
I'm sorry?
The pilot portion of it.
What was the first part you said?
I said the first part would be technically the zoning regulation would be in front of them, but we would not, technically, we wouldn't address that.
Yeah, we may have some sessions where we talk about the pilot to start working on that, but I don't know that we'll make any decisions on it until we get information back from the zoning and planning.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I'd say is I didn't want you to be misled about.
No, that's okay.
Okay, cool.
I tried to go to the meeting on Thursday, and the snow started to pick up a bit too much. Got to about Silver Lake and turned around.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make clear.
Thank you.
This is Christine.
Recess for 5 minutes. Yeah. We'll be in recess for 5 minutes.
You said that there's nobody on the agenda until 11:30.
Well, all right. No, they're fine. Jill doesn't really know any better than he wants to set up a credit card account. But to me, they're state, so he should set up what he wants on him, and then he should see that they give him the receipts. Because we don't pay their bills.
I'm trying to figure out how that, why we need our authority to do that. You guys don't put the money in the fund, right? I had the idea it was a joint fund.
It just says each of the 4 counties contributes money to the general fund. Like that? Do you know? We don't do anything with funds from the book services or anything. So maybe it's something at their level that they put in. So I'm thinking we don't need to be in this.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
No, because they're all state.
Well, that's your problem, they have a conversation.
Did we recess next?
Yeah, we recess for 5 minutes.
So if I come down to bed, we go in this computer and then, email stuff.
Have anything else that we can mention to come up?
I got you. I got you, that makes sense.
Hold down the fort.
Yeah, I will. I like movie too much.
Steve, Mary, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, when this heat does it a little more out. Are you
might be your house.
It's cold, but there is warm air coming out.
So maybe they.
It's probably fighting pretty hard. It's pretty cold out there.
I know, I can't believe it doesn't blow any better. I got the fly swatter there, so.
We think you need to be able to reach me.
There you go.
Mark.
There you go.
You got all signed now.
You didn't call me up and tell me you would shave off your beard.
You didn't get the memo.
I did not get the memo.
Sorry.
Mark. Sit here all woolly and you're clean, neat.
It just irritated me one day, so I got
Yeah.
I have days like that. Normally, I don't get the backside of that.
That's what I've been saying. Do you have something about this process?
There was one that I signed that was, yeah, that's the one I signed. That's the one. This is. Well, Mark will be doing all these.
Let me give you an auto writer.
That's it, worksheets.
Yeah. Did it last year?
I haven't seen one yet.
I don't remember having a discussion about it.
I don't know.
Mark, we did, I think we had a conversation about, the,
Second Saturday?
yeah, not doing that.
Yes. we're still going to support the chamber, but not the second Saturday, correct?
The $1,000.
Yeah.
Because that reduced it by $12,000.
That's what we're gonna try to put forward, some kind of an economic development fund.
And then there was a question about the, giving the Historical Society $3,000 on an annual basis, but out of the Parks and Rec liquor tax.
Yeah.
I don't know that she's checking to see if we did that 24, 23. But there was a question that came up whether we were going to do it. We'll check.
Okay.
I just don't remember that it came out of the alcohol fund.
We did in 24. We did 3,000.
Okay.
And it was down.
Was that for a
that's
special project?
appropriation. I think it was just to help them with that building when they were remodeling or.
Okay. But it's not a reoccurring. I'd have to look at the minutes where that was approved, just to get context.
I would have to go back to them because I'm not sure. We've been doing it since 2007, so I'm gonna say it's just a funding of the regular.
That's what I was thinking, that it was.
So it's similar to what we did with the ball diamonds.
Yes, but on a yearly basis.
I'm open to the discussion. You guys want to talk about this a little bit, whether we want to continue? It would be an appropriations like what we do for the ball diamonds. Delia, they don't have a ball association, so we typically do stuff for the city, city building. We've done some stuff and their little park that they have there.
I have no problem with continuing it for the Historical Society. It's a Jackson County Historical Society, not a Holton or City of, so I think it would be a good thing.
Okay.
I think that too.
We need to kind of talk to them too and see if we can help them look for some grants. I know that, in some of the conversations that we've had at the conventions, they talk about the grants that are, historical societies use to get new buildings or roofs or whatever, and I think that's probably something that we need to see if we can help them with as far as get them in the right direction to apply for these grants.
I think what would be helpful too, Christie, is if whoever's the head of the Historical Society, is it still,
Anna, I
Anna
don't know if
Wilhelm.
she's still that head or not, she's kind of sitting back from some of the things that she's doing.
so whoever's heading that up, if they would do like what the ball associations do?
I bet she knows who's Historical Society. Are you part of it?
What?
Are you part of the Historical Society?
The board?
Yes.
Are you?
There we go.
We get questions.
Come on up, Mary.
I just volunteer.
That's what we all do.
And you're just
boards like that.
volunteering right now.
But you can
So-
bring in your questions.
So what would be helpful is if the board on an annual basis would send a letter to this board. So all the ball diamonds, or all the ball associations, they send a letter in saying, we would like our past funding again in 2025. If you could do that, make mention of it, that would be great.
Mrs. Wilhelm
Is
Is
Anna
Anna
still doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
she's kind of.
Yeah, just let Anna know. And if she wants to come to the meeting and just hand it to us and kind of give us an update on what she's doing, that'd be
Okay,
great.
so we just kind of want to know what's going to be going on.
Yeah. And just reoccurring, because all the ball associations, they send us a letter saying, we would appreciate the appropriations for 2025 in the previous year. That would be great. That would help us keep things straight too. Okay, all right. So,
Thank you.
yeah, I think it's a general consensus that we'll go ahead and continue to do this and go from there.
Linda, this is a contract between our lobbyist Hartwell out of Virginia, their firm. If you want to read the contract, I think we have previously tentatively agreed to continue to work with them through 2025. That'll be funded out of the commissioner's capital outlay that we have. But please read over that. And if you have any thoughts or, you know.
So that's what he gets per month, okay.
Yeah, per month. So, hopefully, he believes that it'll be, legislation will be introduced this month. Todd, I don't know if we have anything else, if you want to stay, or if you have other things you want to do. You guys wanting to stay? Have any reason?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking.
But I knew are you waiting on somebody? You just didn't know.
We have Jake Spalding coming at 11:30.
That's not it.
Well, I wouldn't anticipate he'll have a legal issue.
Oh, Jake, you never have.
Steve, did you have anything before this board? No? Okay.
Am I right, Mary? Yeah.
Will you be available, or have you talked to the zoning and planning chair?
Yeah, well, Kate contacted me about dates, and I got a few, far between, unfortunately, that I gave her what I could.
Okay.
So hopefully they'll be able to find something that works, and I'll try my best to, between annual meetings for water districts and the regular cities, it's been tough. So.
Christie, did anybody ever take the initiative on finding a letter sealer, self-serve machine?
Aaron,
Okay, so somebody is looking on. I just never did see anything, and I know court services would appreciate it, and I think everybody else would, maybe a lot of people would be willing. Okay.
this is Christine. Oh, yes.
See you, Todd.
All right, you guys have a,
See you later. Be
stay
careful.
warm,
Okay.
if you can.
Okay, hold on now. I'll turn it into insurance. I'll fax that to me today, email it to me today. And I'm assuming
told him he's sick.
What's that?
Jake had texted Dan to tell him he was sick. So Jake's not gonna be in today.
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
See what it said about Travelberry?
There
you go.
Hi. It's been a few weeks since I've seen you.
Okay, what we got?
Yes.
I know you're reading, but, Martha and I finally made contact about Debbie Ricker,
Thank you.
okay? I can't remember the guy, Pat, the guy that was up there before.
Yes.
Before Martha.
Mhm.
In his recommendations, he was stating about the fencing, okay? So it has not been approved. But in looking through our sanitary regulations, which refers back to the state environmental handbook, okay? It does, nowhere in there does it state that you must have a hinge gate.
I agree.
All the pictures in there show, oh yeah, nice pretty hinge gate and everything else, I told Martha that when I talked to her on the phone the other day, and she sent back to me, I've attached a copy of the fence specs we give to people, which is just the pictures and everything.
Right.
On the second page, number 6 refers to a rigid frame hinge gate. Yep, she is correct, it does, and that's what I told her the other day, but what it refers to is a 4-foot wide rigid frame hinge gate can allow access for easy mowing.
So it's
Okay.
a suggestion.
So it's a suggestion. It does not, and they say gating, here's the must. Gating must provide the same degree of resistance to entry as fencing and requires a padlock. I told her, so I can stretch out a fence across there with the same material and just open it up.
Woven wire.
And, you know, I can put a padlock anywhere on that gate whether I want to.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't say it must be padlocked shut, it
Right.
just doesn't have, I said, that can be like that bridge over in Paris where people hang their padlocks over the damn thing. So, that's what she sent back to me still, she's still adamant that it has to be, and I'm like, no, that is not what our regulations, that's not what the state regulations say. So, what I'm preparing to send back to her right now is the language on page 6 that you were referring to says that a 4-foot rigid gate can provide access. The only thing it says must happen is the gate must have the same degree of resistance and must be padlocked. As I stated when we talked, there is nowhere in the regs that requires a hinged gate. If you don't want to put up a hinged gate, nothing requires it. Does it sound logical?
Yeah, I don't want her changing it to say you shall have.
Oh, that's the state
I
regs.
know.
She's gonna have to go to the state to get that done. I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah. So
So,
if people use cattle panels and they cut a cattle panel down and they wire it on both sides,
yeah,
that's a sufficient gate.
Exactly.
as far as I'm concerned, it is.
Okay.
As far as the $400 fine, she said there is no fines, but her permit is about to expire.
Well, it
And
shouldn't.
I think it's got a time limit on that thing. I don't know. I've never done one. The wastewater permit.
To get it built and complete?
Yes.
Well, it should be extended, and they just need to send her a letter saying that it has been approved.
And that's, well, like I say, she's got to get through the gate thing before she's going to approve it. But as far as I'm concerned, everything's kosher with whatever gate she's got up.
I agree.
So I'm just going to send that back to her.
And you might put in there, you need to send a letter out to this individual and let them know that this is complete and no other action needs to be taken.
Yeah, okay.
That way the individual, Debbie Rickle,
Yeah.
knows that it's done.
Yeah. Because like I say, apparently everything's fenced and everything, it's just the gate is the issue, which I don't see it as an issue. So, okay.
Okay.
tell me when you're done typing that, Mark, and we'll
Okay?
tackle another thing. Let's get that done. Okay, so we can go ahead, all these, and go ahead and do this resolution on all these minimum maintenance. We don't have to have another public hearing, correct?
But my understanding is,
This is the one with the list of,
yeah, you're gonna sign this today, I'm gonna give it to Ally to put in the paper for Wednesday.
and that'll,
And then you'll have your hearing.
why would we sign the resolution before the hearing? Is that what Todd said?
I wouldn't sign it before the hearing.
I think that's to put the hearing in.
Yeah, I wouldn't sign the resolution before we have
That's
the
what he
public
has you
hearing.
doing, is signing the resolution with the hearing date in.
I don't think that's backwards, myself personally.
Well, I think that's how they have it set up too. Because then if there's no discussion, then.
Yeah, because this says adopted on the 13th day of January 2025, Board of County Commissioners.
We can't adopt it before we have a public hearing.
It says it will be effective, so there's no hearing, it will be effective upon the publication of the.
But there is a public hearing after that. The public hearing's on the 21st, right?
Yeah, this, I'm not comfortable
I'm not
signing
comfortable
this
signing it.
till, I mean, we've already put it in the Holton Recorder when the hearing is, correct?
No, because it was in that resolution, that's why I was trying to get clarity.
I don't see,
Because if you go to the bottom, it gives you your hearing date. And that's all I have for a notice is that.
Which resolution? That doesn't make sense.
the 21st day. It just seems odd that we would put that in.
That's what I thought. Yes, the farmer's question is, so I said, so I do this, then go ahead and sign it, and I publish it. And we have our hearing here. And he said, yes.
I don't like that. I'm not comfortable signing that before we have a public hearing.
And maybe Todd signed.
Like you already said, it's all okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be effective after the public hearing.
It should be effective after the public hearing on the 21st.
Nothing contested.
Yeah.
I don't think it's okay.
I mean, you can read that one. It just doesn't appear that we would sign that or vote on it until after the public hearing. I mean, I don't have a problem with going ahead and public, putting it in a Holton Recorder that there is a hearing and here's the resolution.
So it's almost like we should have a blank. Should be always blank.
21st day of January.
And it was a hearing, but it shouldn't be like it's written up as a resolution.
Correct.
So it should be, well, I mean, if you order it as resolution, that's fine, but it will not be signed, and it will not be, the reason it shouldn't be signed, down here where it says adopted the 13th day of January, it should be adopted the 21st day of January, not the 13th.
Bottom say, okay.
It says adopted the 13th day of January 2025 by the Board of County Commissioners. I would say it would be published without anybody's signatures, just like this.
Right.
With
Okay,
no
we just-
signatures and adopted the 21st day of January, 2025 by the Board of County Commissioners.
But it seems like a waste of
Yes.
newspaper to put the whole resolution in
Could we
there.
not just put that in accordance with KSA 68, that little paragraph there, a hearing will be held in county commissioner chambers?
I would say yes.
Yeah, that makes better sense.
And then I can just fix the dates, so it's all.
I would fix the adopted date down to I would fix the adopted date down to the 21st, because that is when we will actually adopt the
And it states
resolution.
what in this paragraph, it
I just
states,
give that to Ally to put in a little, public notice.
Yeah, at the conclusion of such hearing, the board shall determine which roads or parts of roads described in resolutions are to be declared minimum maintenance roads.
let's just put that paragraph in there.
I put these two,
I'm fine with that.
pursuant to which state statutes, and then this, I would put those two in there. Does that sound good? You don't look at
Makes
that?
sense. Okay.
And then fix that date down to the adopted, the 13th, because it will be the 21st when we will actually adopt that. If it passes.
And this,
So you're just saying put that fourth paragraph.
Put the second, or put the
Third.
Third and fourth?
third and fourth in is what I would put. That would be my opinion on it
So is this done every year?
no.
No.
So Linda, what we did was, we had dirt road signs, minimum maintenance signs, different signage. So we had Road and Bridge verify every road in the county that's a minimum maintenance road and what that definition is.
Okay.
We re-signed any road that needed to be re-signed, and now that we've done that, we're creating a resolution doing away with dirt road or minimum or doing away with dirt road.
Okay.
Because the state statute specifically
Correct.
states that it has to say minimum maintenance
Travel
and
at your own
whatever
risk.
size letters, and travel at your own risk, and other size letters, because we had those signs out there, like he said, we had just ones that just said minimum maintenance,
Right.
or we had ones that said just dirt road.
Okay.
And so this gives the sheriff authority, if he finds a vehicle stuck on there,
Right.
he can write a ticket.
Right.
Before
Okay.
he couldn't.
Okay.
And so it was also kind of cleaning up some things, we know which
Yeah,
roads
because
now are
if you read that
minimum
first
maintenance
one.
that we're not sending to
Okay.
grade.
Exhibit A,
Okay, makes
as
sense.
such roads specifically described in Exhibit A, so we would have to publish the exhibit that has the 2 pages of it.
Okay.
Attached road.
Publish the whole thing, but I think
Yeah,
we
because
publish it unsigned.
Yeah,
Do you just want to do the resolution and have? it
just
for
do the resolution and the
first?
whole thing, I guess, and call it good.
Yeah. So you can hand that back to Chris.
So,
We'll wait till after the day of the hearing to
Yeah.
vote on it.
Yeah, I just thought it should have been a resolution.
But then that date down at the bottom is gonna have to be changed too before you publish it.
We have a department of troublemakers that are wanting to buy a new
3,
copier.
3.
Oh,
printers.
3 copiers.
Printers.
Oh, printers.
Hey, in my defense, we have printers from her old office that we've had for years.
So, there's the information on the printers, if you guys want to look at that. I think it's pretty standard, so I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Did you get the third drawer?
He decided not to, because I don't think we use it that much.
3 printers for $4,875, which that department has in their budget.
That's gonna come out of the, tax collector.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever anybody wants to make a motion, we'll do that.
I make a motion to approve it. So how you want me to do that?
Yeah,
Have a
Okay.
second?
second,
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
I,
All opposed, same sign.
I don't go to school till Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, so.
Learn. Okay, you want to keep going? Did you get your email complete, Mark?
yes,
Okay.
it is sent.
Okay. We have a resolution 2025-01, whereas Dutchess County determined financial statements and financial reports for the year ended December 31, 25, to be prepared conformably with,
I will send it on to him, he's already gone for today.
I'm sorry, she doesn't.
You bet, bye-bye.
with KSA 75-1120A, so on and so forth, just determining that we've fulfilled our requirements, whereas we're, whereas there are no revenue bond ordinance or ordinance for resolution of municipalities which require financial statements or financial reports to be prepared. So, entertain a motion to approve that.
That's 2025-1.
Uh-huh.
I'll move we approve resolution 2025-1.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay. And 2025-02, on the 13th day of January 2025, at the regular session of the board meeting, Jackson County Commissioners have resolved the following banking institutions within Jackson County, Kansas, which shall serve as depositories for the county funds and the officers and officials having the custody of such funds. GN Bank Holton, Denison State Bank, and Farmer State Bank. Entertain a motion to, entertain a motion to approve our banks as our depositories.
Make a motion to approve the banks as depositories.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. The next one, resolution 2025-03, 13th day of January 2025, regular session of the Board of Jackson County Commissioners. It is resolved that the Holton Recorder is the official county newspaper of Jackson County. Entertain a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. With that being said, that may change for 2026 if
Yes.
the state legislature, there's going to be legislation submitted to allow just our website to be our official publication.
Right, but the newspaper association will go after that too.
They may,
They may, but there's so many counties out there
Don't
that
have
have no
papers
official
anymore.
publication
Anymore.
in the county, yeah.
And it would save the county money.
Sure it would, because
Yeah.
like the delinquent tax list and all that.
Oh, right.
You could put it online and
Yeah.
not
Right.
in the newspaper, but,
And like I say, there's a lot of counties that have no official
okay,
publication, so.
but
that
the
is
press
one reason.
association usually goes big
Oh,
time
yeah.
after, fights it too.
And it doesn't say you don't have to, it just says you have the ability to not. So there may be instances where taxes and stuff like that still be published in the Holton Recorder,
Yeah.
but we just aren't forced to use the Holton
Right,
and
especially
you know-
if you wouldn't have to do it 3 times.
Right.
Well, and sitting in meetings and hearing people say, I already reported anyway, so I
Right.
never saw it. So that kind of takes it away right there. If people aren't reading it, why are we publishing
I
it?
know,
I read my reporter now, my computer, and I might get on it twice a week. I'm not hooked into
Sure.
Facebook or that, I'm just not,
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Right,
I
Yep.
don't need that.
right.
So 2025-04, where the Board of Jackson County Commissioners sitting in regular session, this, the 13th day of January 2024. That should be 2025.
What? What? You're gonna have to get after
That's
your
so
girl.
close, she said.
All right, which one of your girls you throwing in the bus?
That's the first mistake you guys have made in over a year. So the custodians brought us trash bin for papers and making
Oh,
recycling.
okay.
And
this is
Sign
for
it.
trash.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's trash, okay.
That was something Dan did.
Okay, these people are excited.
I got that one. Okay. Where, we, Board of Jackson County Commissioners, sitting in regular session, 13th day of January, 2025, do hereby resolve to cancel the following warrants, checks by authority of Kansas statute, annotated 10-815. So there's a list of checks here that, wow. Well, it's for almost $11,000.
What's that?
Uber,
Who?
the technology people out of the sheriff's office.
Really?
$10,885.
$10,959.89. So these checks will all be put back into the bank, or into the general fund. So I'll entertain a motion to approve these, and you guys are more than welcome to look through them before you make.
My name wasn't on it, was it?
No, I already checked.
Yours wasn't the
No, but-
10,000, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a casino or something.
Isn't that funny that the,
Heartland Veterinary?
I know,
Does anybody,
reach out to them?
yeah.
We're not, I guess we're not
I mean,
required to.
there's Joe Buck, that's, what's his name's daughter?
Mhm. Most of the time, it's normally jury witness fees.
The what?
It's usually witness fees.
Oh, yeah, witness fees or jury duty pay, yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve to cancel the following warrants and checks.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
We don't sign it anymore. If you're holding it, you sign it.
And will you guys approve the pay?
What's that?
Will you approve the pay plan? It does have the changes on it, it's got.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look through it real quick. Just,
Because they have a lot on it.
Scott changed to it is on the front, operator 4, and. I got it. Special project manager. Went up to 3172 for the max, and 29 remote operator 4 for the max. Which will be Matt Fritz for your special project manager.
Okay, that's Matt.
And, line manager operator 4.
The one that we signed this morning. Okay.
Christie, would you have the ability to run a report, or I would do, on, what do you mean? Isn't it behind? Behind it?
No, that's what I was looking for. That's all I got. I thought that was the front page.
That is the front page.
We, the commissioners, have to say their top.
This one is not my cup of tea, you are correct.
That's two.
You are correct.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
So what were the changes that were made? The special projects manager?
Special projects and operator on the max pay.
Okay.
And
And that was it for the whole pay plan for that?
So was there a special projects manager before?
Yes.
There was, okay.
So
And that was
Matt,
Brandon, correct?
well, no, Matt was special projects manager.
Okay.
So Matt, instead of having a bridge department, we did away with that a long time ago because when we built bridges, we went and dig them out. But Matt handled everything from digging out the bridges and backfilling them
Right.
to putting culverts in, tubes in, cleaning tubes, crossroad tubes, any going out with the excavator and trimming trees back on minimum maintenance roads. He was in charge of, we just lumped those all together and called them all special projects.
Okay.
Because there's not one thing that he does, but there's several, they're just kind of a specialty department.
Okay, all right.
And so,
And he's in charge of quite a few people?
he's in charge of a lot of people.
Yeah.
He's in charge of more now because he's working with Scott Kieffaber. We've chosen to not replace Linda. And at this point, they seem to think it's working well. People are getting things done. I think some of this may help, like the road grader operators, go have a little more say in what they're doing, and but yet still be working within the guidelines. So. Christie did, when Mr. Strathman was in here, I believe his exact words were what I heard was, if you don't do something about Mr. Kieffaber, something's gonna happen. To me, that appears to be a threat. So I'm gonna let Scott know, and I'll let Tim know. I think it's important that, since there's already been previous harassing phone calls, to Scott, and he needs to know what was said. You guys have any other questions about the pay plan?
Where is the IT on here? Was that put on?
Yeah, that's a great question.
No, I didn't, because we haven't made any decisions yet. I have to break it out of that 25,000.
Okay, so,
I thought that we talked about, what, $1? Is that what we talked
yeah,
about?
so I've got here for Aaron to go from 2584 to 2684, IT duties, additional pay, is $2,080. So why don't we wait, or do you want to print that, put that in here? We'll approve this, go ahead and put that in here. Linda, so what, instead of hiring another Tim to come in, Aaron has volunteered to do this. Not volunteered, been asked if she wanted to do it. When it comes to somebody troubleshooting, hooking a printer up, getting the drivers, some of those types of things around the courthouse. Even to the extent she may have to go up the road and bridge or down to Dr. Sweet to help them. We agreed to pay her $1 an hour more for those duties. And I even would like to see her do some training. Microsoft offers some online training where she can get certified in Microsoft stuff and stuff like that. Thoughts?
And she's good with all that?
Yeah, she can come and fix something with that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's.
if that's the case. I think
Okay, so
general-
are we going to appoint her as the contact person with,
I already did.
you already did? You already took care of that? Okay, perfect.
I mean, I'm still on there. It's gonna
Yeah.
take anything.
So I'd like I guess, an official, motion to be made to put, IT, stipend, or IT, and you have it on the other ones. So you just have administrator,
Yeah.
so if you put IT administration and it pays $2,080 annually. And put that on here. We'll approve the entire thing. You want to reprint?
And are you, oh, go ahead.
So now, like the some,
That's why I stopped.
Is Mary up there? Do you know what she, never mind. Thanks.
Go ahead.
well, didn't you have before IT, I guess this one's referring to? Like down in the treasurer's office, is there somebody who's doing IT? Okay.
We've got
This is
Jamie,
President.
I think, is that what Lisa was doing?
Who's doing it?
Jamie,
Oh, Jamie did? Okay.
Jamie or Lori?
But that's only, she's only gonna do that in their office.
Right,
Yeah.
right, okay,
This will be countywide.
right. Because before, is that on the pay plan anywhere though?
That's a great
Yes,
question.
it should be.
Because I
Website
think it
administration?
had been before.
No, it should be on.
Maybe I'm just not.
System operators? What is that?
Yeah, that's it, before we send it.
Okay.
For the website administration?
Well, then you got six.
Oh, right down here.
System
Okay, there it
operator.
is.
Okay. And I had a question on the very last one for the budget administration. That's what you and Mary are going to take over?
Yeah.
Is that sufficient for that?
Want to try it this year?
I don't know. I
I mean, how many hours are you going to be putting into it?
Are you gonna split that, or is it, how are you gonna divide that up between you and Mary?
Probably split it, whatever.
Like what did Kathy get paid to do?
She got 2,000.
Let's try it this
What would
year.
they Scott?
Look, yeah, it was a lot more.
Yeah. I'm not saying necessarily go up to there because you guys are still doing more of it than, but I'd like to see that increase a little bit.
I mean, for 2025, we're talking about it at budget time, because.
Talk about it at budget time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that, but let's leave
I think
it.
that, I
what it
really
is
think
for
that
the
needs to be increased.
2025
Let's
year.
look at it for, yeah.
Okay, and do you want me to move the money that we have budgeted for Scott to another fund or something?
You can, I mean, for ease of use.
Or do you want me to just leave it when it's there?
you
What's
could-
it in now?
Well, thinking almost like there's 25.
How much?
In county miscellaneous, so I try to stay there.
It could just stay there, or you could move it into risk management. Either one, but
Yeah.
since we didn't leave somehow to risk management,
I'll just leave it there for this year, and if you don't use it at the year end, I'll move it to this one.
sounds good.
Okay.
I'm good with that, if you guys are.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so system operators, give me a definition of what that is.
Well, that's gonna be, like Mary takes care of the 400 system, and then Lisa would take care of any of their system.
Which is probably Jamie, you're saying.
It's cheaper.
This is treasurer's office only.
No,
This-
Mary also gets that, because she takes care of the 400 system.
You know, I wonder if, on the back here, just put system operator definition. Let's use just some definitions.
Yeah, that way, I think that'd be a good thing. That way, a little more transparency, and people, if they want
Yeah.
to look at it, can understand what it is.
And then, I think, budget, website administration, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. But systems operations would be nice. And then do one for a definition for IT administration.
Yep.
And put on there, you know, countywide, any offices other than the sheriff's department. They have their own people. Did you want to print this out today again, or do you want to wait till next week?
I'll just go up and redo it.
And then we'll do it, approve it next week? Okay, perfect. So we'll table the payroll plan until next week's meeting. And the other change I was noticed on there that needed to be there's a beginning salary for new commissioners, and it's way lower than.
No problem.
All right, we'll table that for next week. So, I would don't need a motion for that. It's a signature. There's the increase for Aaron. Oh, this was just information on that, where the budget, what you had
That's your starting,
for Aaron. This said clerk tech fund. Is this,
that was with my purchase order, just so you can see what.
okay, that's a, we didn't.
But I did give you a treasury report just to show you where we're at for the start of this.
What's right here?
And I was, have you guys looked at?
No, I have not yet.
I was just curious about the,
What
why the
page?
sheriff was so far in the hole on that. Is there a reason that?
Because we haven't done distributions yet.
Okay,
You haven't said what?
Lisa will do distributions this week, where they put money in.
Like, there's
Okay.
$13 million out here in taxes, that she needs to distribute to all these different funds.
Thank you.
okay,
See that?
perfect.
And then go,
I'm telling you,
and then go.
good information.
So beginning of next week, if she brings this new one, we should probably show a whole lot better figures in these
Okay.
county funds.
If you look at that beginning balance, that's what we rolled over
Okay,
from last year.
okay, perfect.
And you had 500,000 more in county general than what we had estimated for the cash carry.
Say that again. I know it's
You had about 500,000 more in the cash carryover than what we estimated for county general.
which is a good thing. And then I'm gonna go through here, some of these accounts, we'll wipe off of here for next year, because like, there's one on here that, it was a reimbursement for road repair. We won't have that next year, so that'll just be gone.
Yeah, I'd like to clean up those reports
Like-
this year.
Yeah,
Bond and interest with 2 cents in it, what,
And we just need to,
maybe,
Needs to go.
can we transfer that out?
Bond,
Make
yeah,
it go
bond
away?
and interest, we don't.
I mean, the bond and interest, we could probably leave that as a line item, but the 2 cents.
No,
on
we
this
don't
guy-
need it, that's only if we owe the state money.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there was one for ARP on here. We don't have any more of that, we can clear that off the sheet and just clean things up. Okay. So we'll get another report next week.
you want to, if you want.
Okay, cool. Mark, did you have other?
That was the only one that I was curious about, was that one right there.
Van Swearingen has a lot of money in it.
Now, the $75,000 sits there, that's what's
We
invested.
can't go below that.
That
You can't touch that.
$75,000 was invested, you don't touch that.
Yeah, it's just the interest off of it.
Right,
Yeah.
right, scholarship money is what,
I actually, last year I gave two kids at Royal Valley last year. I think Dan Clark gave a couple up here.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, once the interest came back,
yeah,
it made a difference.
What's the Holton Hospital?
That's old and it's been there forever, it needs to come off sometime.
$2.78. I mean, that's $3.70 old.
so there's four,
You're really only supposed to look at the county funds and not those other ones. The rest of this is treasure stuff, like the schools and,
Yeah, well, the schools and stuff, like the hospital, I thought was kind of weird.
because used to, they got tax money. And somehow there was like,
The hospital did? Was that when they were still the city hospital, or?
yes, the money went to the city, then they dispersed it
Okay.
on out.
Well, so they owe us $3.78, right?
And so somewhere along there, there was delinquent tax or something that came into that.
Okay.
We need to just ask the auditor, can we just transfer that and get rid of it?
the attorney training. What attorney? Jeff?
No, no.
Oh, well,
So,
not Jeff, but
Attorney training is the money that, like Corey, they'll write a check out of the county attorney's fund and put it in attorney training. When they go to seminars and different things
They
like
pay
that,
that out
they
of
usually
that.
pay that out of attorney training. They come to the treasurer's office to write a check because it's not actually a county budgeted fund. So like they would have the treasurer write a check
Interesting.
when they go, when they do meetings and stuff. Usually comes out of attorney training.
I know that she's probably gonna be down within the next few weeks. If we could run like her budget and how much she's going to have in it that she won't need because of the attorney that we had under contract.
She's hiring two,
Huh?
she's hiring two interns.
Two interns, yeah.
right?
Right, she's hiring 2 interns, but that's what we need to see
And she's given Amy a pretty good raise.
already.
I'm pretty sure I seen that on Mary's desk.
Right, and that's why we need to make sure she's staying within budget. If she has a report that shows us what she has for 25 that was budgeted, and with the increases, because I think she was going to increase herself and Amy, so that we can verify that we're staying within budget.
So did you keep all the same people up there? Did she keep all the same
No,
girls?
Mandy is still on there.
Okay.
Because we won't have Friends of Banner Creek, we won't have any more dealings with that until their next big project. What is C1, C2? January to September?
That's the elderly. So her year changes then in October, so.
That's the 1 mil that is appropriated? What-
That's the 148.
The C1, C2?
That is her grant funds.
That's a
Yeah,
grant.
that's money that
Thank
comes
you.
from up to Hiawatha.
Okay.
So 1 year you use 144 and 145, and then she switches years in October. You use 147 and 148. You've obviously not seen this report before.
No, but, I mean,
But that's
you
what
don't
it
do
is.
it every day. You
I
don't-
know, right,
You don't
no.
retain what everyone
Yes,
is on.
yes. It gets confusing.
Like, this elderly services bus replacement, is that, which elderly services, is that for like the vans that they?
Yeah,
Okay,
here.
all right, all right. What is it, JBG 2024 rate?
That is the sheriff's grant.
That's 18 cents a whole. So,
The state shorted it 18 cents when they said.
Official minutes, this need to be, oh, you can't sign those. Pass those on, please.
gotta get Dan to come back and sign it.
He probably can.
I know.
So now is he gonna do the ribbon cutting on Saturday?
I think so.
Yeah, as far as I know, he'll be there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we volunteered to go out and help serve food.
That's fine.
I think we're gonna be there 7:15, 7:30.
I've never heard of time.
I think it starts at 8, the breakfast does.
Or are they gonna do the ribbon cutting before
I
that?
thought the ribbon cutting said 8 and the breakfast was 8:30. That's what the paper
Okay.
says.
Don't believe everything you think.
That's what the paper said.
But 7:15, you say?
Yeah, just to help Kurt get food ready.
Okay,
He needs it.
okay. What's he have?
Biscuits and gravy.
All right. funds, you know how to project for that?
That's a great question. I don't know.
He's very smart.
Tax abatements here. Show right away.
These are average.
You're a month behind.
I know, I'm listening. That's how I feel today. The next one, do you want me to Tuesday?
Yes.
Was Kirk planning on coming in today, or he's say anything?
You want me to call him?
No, I think you would let us know. I'm just curious if you got his snowplow picked up.
Now, they have a new baby?
He did. It's a little girl. Little girl. Lily Rude.
Huh?
Lily Rude.
Rude, as in,
Their whole house had COVID too here a while back.
thank you.
Miserable.
You and I were on the same page here.
I just watched that last night.
I couldn't say it.
You guys did it running a little long and in the
Yes.
lunch and then you're earning up
Yep, I am.
that. That was a nice card from Carrie Lutz aboard at the hospital.
Card, you said?
Card, yeah, just a short note inside of it. Just appreciate the help we've given them as far as meal increases and stuff. Report, there's only two of them. Oh, you already got that, pass it.
We each had one.
Oh, really? Huh, well, we got.
Is that
extra.
from,
Tracy Mann?
yeah,
We got extra. Christie needs one to read.
yeah, that's what I
Oh, okay, yeah, I got two of them in there. Only need the one. You guys read the minutes?
Yes.
Are you all going to be here this afternoon?
What's that?
Will you be here this afternoon?
I don't believe so. No, we have no other business. We'll break for lunch, or we'll close,
Okay.
and we'll be back.
See you, Mary.
Hey, Mark,
Yes, ma'am.
I can't remember the names. All right, which son lives next to me?
Joe.
Joe, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yep.
Sure.
That's him.
You guys have any additions or corrections to the current minutes, or do you need, have you read them?
I wasn't, that's not part of.
You're not going to attest to them, so.
No.
Mark,
I have no additions or corrections.
okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve them.
So moved.
Second, it's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. And I think we're about down to the electing the new chairman. This here. Let's see, did I get everything off the list?
I think so.
Payroll we tabled, we got that, budget next week, or before. Did you get one of these? I'll let you have mine. I don't need it. Doesn't affect us.
Big book.
So. I would like to take a nomination for, I can nominate. I would nominate Mark Pruett as chair. Do I hear a second?
I second it.
It moved and seconded that we would nominate Mark Pruett as our new chair for 2025. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Mr. Chair.
I make a motion that the chairman sits in the middle.
You're
She started that.
I want to go through you to get
Watch,
an eight.
watch this part. I'm sorry, it dies for lack of second. See how that's gonna work?
I know. You quickly moved that, didn't you?
All right, if there's not anything else, you guys have anything else that we want to discuss before we adjourn?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. Linda, you got everything you need to You got your laptop and all that good
And I will
stuff.
be looking to you for guidance, so just so you know that.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved? Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
See you Saturday.
Yes, you will.
Do I need to be there Saturday? Is y'all gonna be
No.
there? I mean, I plan on trying to get it out.
No, it's not any different than going to a conference or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
We will be good.
I'll be hungry.
you can come out and eat.
I probably